Welcome to your Vinyasa Flow class. Today we'll go through a quick warm-up and a standing sequence on each side with a little bit of core and back bends in between. To get started, we'll sink back into a child's pose on our mats. Knees are wide, big toes touch. Walk your hands all the way over your head to the top of your mat. Forehead rests on the floor. Staying here. Continue to press your hands into the ground, allowing you to lengthen your spine, dropping your tailbone over your heels. On your inhale, walk fingertips over to the left side of your mat. Right hand rests over the left. Breathe down the right side body, shoulders re-squaring with each other as you press the right side body down, hips over heels. With each breath, walk fingertips further over to the left. With your exhale, sink hip back over your heels, deepening. Walk your fingertips back through center and over to the right side of your mat, placing the left hand over the right. Inhale, reach fingertips further over to the right, maybe off your mat. Exhale, sinking left hip over left heel. Opening the left obliques. Walk your fingertips back through center. Resting here for a few breaths, setting an intention for your practice. How you want to move today. How you would like to feel at the end of your practice. Whether there's something driving you today, a person, a place, a goal. Move with intention. On your next inhale, begin to walk your hands back, bringing your knees together. We're going to sit back on our heels, tucking toes underneath for a little arch stretch. Sit back on the heels. Keep weight shifted back. Inhale, reach arms behind your lower back. Clasping fingertips, draw the heart open, gaze is high. Keep the toes and the feet how they are. Release the hands, clasping them behind your head. Drop the left shoulder down, right elbow reaches high towards the ceiling. Try to keep weight equally distributed over your heels. Right elbow draws down towards the floor. Reach the left elbow high. Back through center. Release your hands. Shifting weight forward. Untuck the toes. Sink heels. Hips over heels, and as you gently reach your weight back, your knees should rise. We're stretching the tops of our ankles, helping with mobility. When we get into warrior ones and warrior twos, it'll help us stabilize over our ankles versus collapsing and creating any issues that can track up the rest of the body. Slowly shift your weight forward, walking hands on either side of your knees, tapping your feet into the mat, shaking ankles from side to side, letting blood flow back in. In your first tabletop, reach the right arm high. Drive the right arm underneath the left for thread the needle. Keep hips over knees. Walk your left hand all the way over your head to the top right corner of your mat. Gaze is towards the ceiling. As you inhale, continue to reach the right hand over to the left. And as you exhale, square the hips off even more, getting a deeper stretch at the base of your spine. Draw the left arm back to the side of your face, pressing the floor away. Extend left leg out to the side, reaching your right arm overhead. Open the heart, gaze high. Modified side plank, cartwheel, right hand down. Inhale, left arm overhead. Drive your hips forward. Gaze is high. Keep opening the heart. Don't collapse the chest so that you can't see the ceiling. Hover left leg over the floor. Bend the knee, reaching back for your left foot. Kicking into your hand for a little bit of a quad stretch. Let your head gaze high. Without flinging the left foot, release the leg back into your tabletop. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, left arm high. Thread underneath the right, keeping the palm face up. Walk your right hand all the way over your head to the top left corner of your mat. Drawing your right hand to the side of your face, helping you pop up, reach the right leg out to the side. Inhale, left arm overhead, rotating chest open, shifting weight forward so left hip remains over the left knee. Cartwheel, left hand down, reach the right arm overhead. Let the head drop back as you find your fingertips with your eyes. Hover the right leg, bend the knee, reaching back for your foot. And to give a little bit more stretch, kick into your hand, feeling a little bit of resistance as you pull the foot further into your glutes, firing up the quads. Gently release the right foot. Everything coming back into that neutral tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly and look up. Exhale, press the belly button into the spine. Really drop the chin into the chest. Inhale, looking up. Spread the collarbones, maybe coming high on all 10 fingertips, helping to accentuate that belly dropping to the floor. Exhale, belly button into spine, press chin to chest. You can take any other shapes or movements that might feel necessary here, helping you to identify anything that might have a slight tweak in it from working all day, sitting all day, just generally getting our body ready to move on our mats. Steadying out in a tabletop. Inhale, tuck the toes, walk your hands all the way back to your feet for ragdoll. Separate feet hips width if they are not already. Grab opposite elbows and hang torso over your thighs, taking a deep bend in your knees, letting everything hang heavy. Maybe sway from side to side. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Releasing the elbows here. Walk hands back to the top of your mat for our first chaturanga. Hands are right underneath wrists, in line with elbows, in line with shoulders. Tuck your tailbone under. Really press the floor away, creating a long line from the very top of your head down to your toes. Drive your weight higher on your toes, slightly shifting weight forward. Elbows start to bend by your ribs, slowly lowering all the way down to the floor, dropping gently as you pull yourself through, opening the collarbones towards the ceiling. Do your best here to really press the floor away. Maybe hips come off the floor instead of dropping into your shoulders, creating more crunch in the neck. You want to lengthen, reaching the spine tall. Drop the right shoulder in front, look over the left. Drop the left shoulder in front, look over the right. On your next inhale, tuck toes, down dog. Right leg draws high, 3 points, circling your ankle clockwise and counterclockwise. Stay engaged through the left leg and hands as you straighten the right leg with toes high. Knee draws into nose, tap. Back to 3 point, take a bend, stack right hip over left. Re-square the shoulders. Draw circles with your right knee into the ceiling. Back to 3 point, shift out into your chaturanga. Lower all the way down, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg, 3 point, circle ankle, clockwise and counterclockwise. Stay strong through the shoulders. Inhale, knee to nose, tap. Back to 3 point, take a bend, stack hips. Really draw the left knee higher towards the ceiling and then re-square shoulders. Draw little circles with your left knee into the ceiling. Shift directions. Extend out into your high plank. You can either keep your legs hovering here or drop them together as you shift into your chaturanga, lowering elbows by your sides. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg, 3 point. Warrior 3 to the top of your mat. Land lightly. Press the ground away. Keep hips square to each other as you extend your spine tall, parallel to the floor. Left foot lands next to the right. Right leg, big toe hold. First 2 fingers wrap around your big toe. Inhale to stand. Draw the right shoulder back in line with the left so that we're not pulling our shoulder out of its socket. Drawing the right hip to the back wall. Slowly lower the right leg as you release the toe into your warrior 1. Outer blade of your right foot glues down, creating an arch space for your foot. Inhale, arms high. Left knee tracks directly over your left ankle. Unshrug your shoulders. Do your best to re-engage right hip forward, squaring off your hips. Warrior 2, opening your stance maybe a little bit wider, and as you pull the floor away, try to engage inner quads, feeling like you're pulling the mat closer together. Drop shoulders, gazes over left fingertips. Side angle, either modified with left elbow inside left knee or fully extending left hand to the floor. Gaze towards right fingertips. Keep tucking tailbone. Peaceful warrior. Reach right arm overhead to the right leg, left arm overhead. Slight up dog in the chest, left knee stays over left ankle. Triangle pose, extending the left arm, left leg and left arm. Reaching fingertips further over the left foot. Keeping that side bend in the right oblique. Left arm reaches towards the shin, ankle or floor. Right fingertips high. Do your best to keep the right hip tracking towards the left side of your mat. Revolved half moon. Right arm comes next to your left foot. Shift weight forward, opening up to the left side of your mat. Fingertips reach towards the ceiling, as does your gaze. Slowly step right leg back into intense leg stretch. Shorter stance here. Re-square the hips just like they're the top two corners of your mat. Reach the spine tall and hinge from the crease in your hips as you draw the torso forward. Melt the forehead to the shin. Right hand walks outside the left foot, twisting over to the left side of your mat. Continue reaching the left hip back, in line with the right. Gaze towards left hand. Left hand reaches for your mat. Right leg steps deeper to the back of your mat. Left leg 3-point. Chaturanga, or meet us in down dog. Inhale, pull yourself through. Exhale, down dog. Left side. Left leg reaches high towards the ceiling. 3-point. Grounded warrior 3 or warrior 3 fly. Hands can be to heart center. They can be by your sides or extended overhead. Slowly land the right leg next to the left. Big toe hold, reaching for the left toes. Inhale to stand. Exhale, extend the left leg or keep the left hand on the knee. Grounding through your tailbone, stabilizing over the right leg. Lightly lunging back into your warrior 1. Inhale, arms high. Unshrug the shoulders. Best efforts to square your hips. On your next inhale, warrior 2. I'm going to widen my stance, but instead of pulling my legs apart, I feel like I want to pull my mat together, helping to fire my inner thighs, tuck tailbone, and sink a little bit lower so right knee is directly over the right ankle. Unshrug shoulders, find a gaze point over your right middle finger. Side angle, right elbow, inside right knee for modified, or extending right hand all the way down with left hand overhead. Best efforts to create one long line from your left fingertips all the way to the outer blade of that left foot. Realign left shoulder into the shoulder. Peaceful warrior. Stay deep in the right leg. Inhale, right arm overhead. Triangle pose. Begin to extend the right leg. Reach right arm forward over the foot. Inhale, reach further with the right fingertips. Exhale, open the left side by bringing right arm inside right foot, ankle, maybe shin. Gaze towards left hand. Doing your best to continually pressing the left hip back in line with the right so you're not closing in on yourself over your mat. Keep reaching tall. Revolved half moon, left arm reaches inside right foot, shifting weight forward, Press the ground away with your left hand as you rise with the right fingers, extending left leg over the floor. Intense leg stretch. Hands square the top of your mat. Short step back behind the right foot with your left. Realign hips, square with each other, and forward fold over the right leg. Twist your intense leg stretch. Left hand outside the right foot. Inhale, reach right hand high. Giving it your best shot as you reach right hip back, squaring your hips. Right hand back to the top of your mat. Step left leg all the way to the back. Right leg, 3-point chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hop, step, jump onto the floor for some deeper stretch. Coming back into a tabletop as we begin our cool down stretches. Reach the right leg in front for pigeon. Best efforts to bring the shin parallel to the top edge of your mat. Extend the left leg back. Keep the right ankle flexed back to the top of your left hip. You can either stay here if this is enough, or lengthen the lower back, reaching the fingertips higher on your mat. Either stay or continue melting over the right leg, onto elbows, or all the way resting over the right leg. Slowly begin to walk your hands back and rise. Shifting weight over to the right hip. Wrap your left leg up and over for a seated twist. Reshift your weight so both sit bones have access to the floor and weight is equally distributed. Right elbow outside, left knee, left hand is kickstand behind your lower back. Press the floor away, helping you to engage belly button into inner left thigh and twist on your exhales. Every inhale, sit a little bit taller. Every exhale, try to twist and look further behind you. Untwist, shifting weight forward. Left leg is already in front, so we extend the right down our mat for pigeon on the left side. Keeping the right leg nice and long, ankle in line with knee, in line with right hip. Right hip is right next to left hip, like the top two corners of your mat. Begin to walk your hands to the top of your mat, resting and staying where you can maintain a breath, where your goal is. You can challenge yourself and stay engaged. Slowly begin to rise, walking hands back towards your left shin. Weight shifts over to the left hip. Wrap the right leg up and over the left. Reshift hips so that both sit bones are equally planted into the ground. Left elbow outside your right knee. Reach your right arm behind your lower back as you kickstand It's right beneath your tailbone. Press the floor away. Engage belly button into inner right thigh. Twist looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, sit taller. Exhale, twist and look deeper. Untwist here. Lengthening your legs. Slowly begin to roll all the way onto your backs. Inhale the knees into the chest, squeezing them tightly, rocking back and forth. Gently release the legs, keeping the knees bent, a 90-degree angle over your hips. Extend your arms, palms are face down. Let the legs fall to the left side of your mat, keeping the knees in line with the hips and a 90-degree angle behind the knees. Shoulders heel so that they're equally distributed on the floor. Gaze over right shoulder. Inhale, knees back through center. Gaze comes center as well. Drop your knees over to the right side of your mat. Gaze falls over your left shoulder. Again, allowing both shoulders to have equal access to the floor, giving you a greater stretch in your lower back. Inhale, knees back to the center. Arms can rest down by your sides. We'll take 3 inhales and exhales together for our closing and resting posture. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhaling again, letting the belly rise, ribs rise. Sighing it all the way out. Last inhale here. Drinking in a little bit more air. Exhale, Shavasana. Let your shoulders melt, hands fall open, feet fall out to the sides. You can stay here for as long as you would like in your Shavasana. You've earned it. Otherwise, I've really enjoyed having you in class today, and I hope to see you again.